And ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm opening lines on this section. I'm opening the phone lines on this section. I'm opening up to every form of interactivity because I want you to join me, because honest citizens have been subject to apathy for far too long now, almost forever now in this country. Honest citizens have put their heads down and carried on no matter the issue. But what has happened in Bengaluru might just and should be the tipping point. An electrocution on the footpath due to state apathy. We cannot let it slide this time. Let us demand answers as loudly as we can. Ensure accountability and say that enough is enough. Tonight it's citizens versus netas. Let's debate.
It was just about 7 p.m. The workday had ended for daily wage worker Kishore. He was walking back home on the pavement with his younger brother in Bengaluru's Sanjay Nagar after making his daily earnings of rupees 300. It was the usual path back, but Monday evening was different. He came in contact with a hanging Airtel optic fiber cable and was electrocuted.
You can see this particular cable, it was lying down here, and it was a long cable here, and it was lying down. And the boy was walking, he was walking on the same pavement. You had to use a footpath at a pedestrian when you're walking, and the cable was lying here. And unfortunately, he came in contact with him, and that's when he was electrocuted, and he fell down on the roads. Immediately, he was being shifted to the other side of the road, and they gave them enough of water. But so unfortunately, he had succumbed after he was being taken to hospital.
His brother, who was accompanying him, watched Kishore be electrocuted right in front of his eyes.
ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಕಲರ್ ವೈರ್ ಮರದ ಹತ್ರ ವೈರ್ ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ರೆ ಅದು ಟಚ್ ಮಾಡಿದಾನೆ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಯಾವ ಥರದ್ದು ವೈರ್ ಅದು ಬ್ಲ್ಯಾಕ್ ಕಲರ್ ವೈರ್ ಇಮಿಡಿಯೇಟ್ ಹಂಗೆ ಕೆಳಗೆ ಬಿದ್ದೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ವೈರ್ ಕಟ್ ಆಗಿಬಿಟ್ಟಿದೆ ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡೋಗಿ ಸೈಡ್ಗೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ನೀರಾಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಹಾಸ್ಪಿಟ್ಲಿಗೆ ಕರ್ಕೊಂಡು
ಪಬ್ಲಿಕ್ ಯಾರ ಹೆಲ್ಪ್ ಬಂದ್ರೆ ಕೂಗಿದ್ರೆ
ಬಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು ಅವರೇ ಗಾಡಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹಾಕಿದ್ರು ಎತ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋದ್ರು
ಹೋಗೋ ಹೊತ್ತಿಗೆ ಪ್ರಾಣ ಹೋಗಿತ್ತಾ
ಹೋಗೋ ವರ್ಷದಲ್ಲಿ ಹೋಗ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು
ಯಾರು ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಮು ಏನು ಇದ್ರ ಬಗ್ಗೆ
ಕೇಬಲ್ ಅವ್ರದ್ದು
ಕೇಬಲ್ ಬೆಸ್ಟ್ ಅಂತ
ಕೇಬಲ್ಲು ಬೆಸ್ಟ್
ನಿಮ್ಮ ಹೆಸರು ಬಿಡಪ್ಪ
ಅಂಕಿತ್.
Now, an inconsolable mother stands before the body of a dead son lying on a stretcher. A family is forced to come to terms with how an innocuous walk back home turned into a stairway to death. A distraught family is weeping as those meant to be working for the welfare of citizens are the cause of Kishore's death. These stray wires that transmit electricity at a high voltage are meant to be out of reach. The optical fibers are not meant to be stacked overhead. But in Sanjay Nagar in Bengaluru, they are lying on the road, ready to cause an electrocution as the next unsuspecting pedestrian comes in contact with it. The family is protesting. The BBMP commissioner, though, is brazening it out. Hear him yourself.
I'm telling you, the internet cables do not cause electrocution and death.
It doesn't mean that you should allow the cables everywhere in hook and corner, on trees, on poles.
You are mixing up the two issues. You are saying that there are too many cables.
There are FIR against two agencies, sir. One is Airtel optical fire cable, other one is Bescom. And the eyewitness was next to him. He claims that he touched that optic fire cable and he was electrocuted and died. And what do you have to say, sir?
You are not listening to me. Kindly listen. There are two issues. One is you are saying that there is too much of optical fiber cables which have been put. So that is one issue on which yes, they have to be put only on the licensed places where the permissions have been given. Otherwise, the action has to be taken to remove.
But what rings loud tonight is the silence of the netas. Netas across the country have chosen to go silent. The alliance of silence amongst the political class surfaces in every case of apathy. Whether it is the electrocution of a fruit vendor on 13th April, or it is in Kota where a patient dies due to a power failure and treatment in the dark. Or be it in Begusarai in Bihar, where a father had to carry his daughter's body on shoulder after failing to get hers. Or in Tirupati, where in a heart-wrenching situation, a man was forced to carry the dead body of his 10-year-old son on a two-wheeler to his village because even ambulances are too expensive. The politicians have for far too long attributed zero value to the life of the common man, and they don't like it when they are asked questions. But tonight, the citizens confront netas. Let's debate.